hands pressed down onto the legs. Inhale, lifting tall through the spine. And then exhale, relaxing the shoulders down. Really feel the heaviness of the shoulders dropping toward the earth. And then you can let the hands relax as well. You might like to turn them up. You can keep them down, whatever you like. And we're going to take a breath into the heart. And then exhale and drop the chin to the chest. And leave the head hanging forward. And inhale slow and deep, lifting the breath up to the chest, lifting the chest up to the chin. And then exhaling, letting the head be heavy. Just really trying to let go of the head, feeling the weight of the head. The head is as heavy as a bowling ball, so really just allow that heaviness to drop it forward. And allow the inhale to lift the heart up to the head. Letting the head drop. 2 more breaths like that. And then slowly move the chin over to the right shoulder. And we'll take the left hand and place it behind the back with the palm facing out so the knuckle side of the hand is at the right back ribs. And if you press into the back of your hand, you roll the shoulder open a little bit more. And again, letting the heaviness of the head become more apparent on the exhale. Letting the lightness of the breath open up into that stretch of the left shoulder on the inhale. And then just place the left hand behind you onto the floor. Lift the chin to neutral and turn the torso to the left, keeping the right hand on the right knee. So you're pushing the right hand into the right knee so that the chest is turning to the left, looking over your left shoulder, reaching with your eyes, breathing up tall through the spine, and then rolling the navel to the left on the exhale. And then inhale, lift that right arm up and lean it back, letting the left arm bend. And turn your gaze up. Stretching long from that right sit bone, which is grounded, up through the fingertips. You can let your head drop back if that feels good, or let it drop forward. Feel the breath stretching up through that right side, down by the waist. Good, and then fold over your left leg. Your left hand will come alongside of you. And your right arm will reach out on the diagonal across the ground. And then push into your left hand until you really feel your right hip pushing back and your right sit bone sinking down. And every inhale, let the breath lengthen out toward your fingertips. Feel the breath inflating your body your lower back, your back ribs, your neck, all the way to your head. So you're getting longer with each in-breath. And then heavy on the exhale. Exhale, letting go. Dropping the weight of the body. Softening the belly. And then inhale, taking the arm and body up. Exhale the hand down to the ground beside you. That's the right hand now is on the floor and the left hand is on the floor. And then we'll take the left arm up, bring it across to the right side of the head and drop it down. And then see if you can inch the fingers of the right hand out even more. Stay tall through your spine, breathing upwards on your inhale and letting that left elbow be heavy on the exhale. Really feeling gravity here. The weight of the hand heavy on the head. Good, and then release the left hand and then just move your chin toward your left shoulder. And then bend the right arm behind your back so that the palm side faces down. The knuckles are over by the left waist. And you can press into your right hand to roll the elbow and shoulder back as you continue to drop heavy into the head, letting the chin come toward the shoulder. Steady, slow breath. That's where all the work, all the focus needs to be. That inhale opening and making space. That exhale releasing, becoming heavy and more relaxed. And then place the hand on the ground behind you, the right hand. The left hand is on the left knee. Lift the head to neutral and then press your chest over to the right. So the right hand is on the ground behind you, the left hand is on your left leg, and both hands are working to turn you. And then the breath finds its way up through the center. So it's like a barbershop pole, right? Circling around, but still straight. Nice and tall and vertical, and kind of let the breath go up the center of that. Lifting through the crown of the head, curling around the vertical axis of the spine. Reaching your gaze behind you to the right. So we're getting more into the mid back here and the chest. Good. And then inhale and lift the left arm up. Lean back and reach up through the fingertips, letting the head fall back or forward as you like. Maybe the back elbow can bend so that you can lean back even more. Starting to feel that stretch through the left waist, maybe up the front of the left side, wherever you feel it. Just be embodied in the breath, in the sensation. Good, and then we'll fold over that right leg. The right hand will come now to the side of you rather than behind you. And the left arm comes across on the diagonal. And maybe inching out through the fingertips of the left hand, feeling the fullness of your breath in the left waist or the left back ribs or wherever you might be experiencing it. No right or wrong. Generally, the breath is smarter than we are. It knows where to go, knows where it's needed. Our job is just to breathe and pay attention to what our experience is. And try to have a really soft, kind relationship to that experience so that we're not resisting, we're not overly exerting. Good. And then press yourself up. Reach that left arm up and then place it on the right side of the head. Nope, we did that side already. Other side. Sorry, right arm up. Bring it to the left side of the head and drop the head down. And then walk the fingers of the left hand out away from you. Can you feel your sit bones and lift up tall from the earth? And then be aware of the earth as you sink down toward it with that right arm. Feel each and every breath making space, letting go, making space, letting go. And then return the hand to the ground. Return your hands to the legs. Feel your breath in your body. And then without losing your connection to your breath or the rhythm of your breath, roll over onto hands and knees. Lining the hands right up under the shoulders. You can take fists if that feels better on your wrists. We'll just take a nice simple cat and cow. So finding the rhythm of your breath and moving with it. The front of the body opens and lengthens on the inhale. And the front of the body lifts to take all the air out and to lengthen the back body on the exhale. Feeling your own breath, the movement of your spine. And then let's come back to neutral spine. Take the hands over to the left and step the right foot forward. And we'll leave the hands here. So both hands are at the inside of the foot. And we'll let the hips sink down. Kitty yoga. And then if you can, come down onto your elbows. Let your head relax down. Keep all 5 of your right toes on the ground. See if you can even press further into the ball of the big toe. Sink even more through the hips. And then come back up onto your hands. if you were on your elbows. And then let's bend that back knee. Weight is now in the left hand. Reach the right hand back for the left foot. And pull the heel toward the buttock. And then look past your right shoulder. Slow, long, deep breath in and out. Okay, release the back hand. Take it under that right thigh. And then we're going to rock a little bit from side to side, just letting the knee move out and back, down and up. And when you rock to the left, really rock to the left, and you can see how that might create a little more space in that front left hip, the psoas area. You want to open there as well. Often when the lower back is tight, it's because that part is tight. We really want to make space in the whole pelvis, the front and the back. Okay, good. So now let the knee rock all the way as far to the right as it will without moving your foot. Okay, some of you are moving your foot. I don't need to see your video to know that you're doing that. So see if the foot stays lined up with the sit bone. And then try to take weight out of the hands and really surrender to the heaviness of the body and let it drop. It's going to feel a little scary at first because you're holding on and it feels like you're already at your limit while you're holding on, and that letting go seems impossible. But when you let go, the body knows that it's okay to relax. And then when it relaxes, not only do you stretch more, but it doesn't hurt as much. And then if you want to fold over that front leg, go ahead and let your hands come in front of you. Maybe the elbows can come to the ground. Let your head relax down. And then really focus on some deep breaths, getting into the pelvis, getting into the hip. And as you exhale, let the heaviness of your chest fall toward the floor. Can you relax your head even more? Notice if there's any gripping anywhere in your body, any resistance. Let it go. Or have the intention to let it go. You're all muted, so if you want to scream, if that's what it takes in order to let go, go ahead. All right, let's come back up. We're going to lift the knee, one hand on either side of the foot now, and then we'll send the hips back. Walk the hands back, straightening the front leg, flexing the foot. Inhale, lifting the gaze. Exhale, try to lay your belly on your thigh without dropping your head. Then inhale, lift your gaze again. Exhale, keep your gaze up. Scoop your belly in and try to lower your ribs down. One more time, look up. Exhale, belly in. Now let your head fall down. Let your shoulders relax. Take weight out of your hands so that they're just there for balance. And then pull that right hip back. It might make more sense to think of moving your left hip forward. Long, slow breaths. Exhaling, surrender. Okay, shift the weight back, forward. Plant your hands and send the right knee back. Let's just sit on the feet for a minute. Just letting that whole right side, all that work that you did, integrate. Whole lower body's been stretched on that one side. Notice if you feel any difference as you sit. I feel breath more on my right side, even though we haven't been working up by the lungs and the upper body so much, but just see what's created in your body from that. And then let's come back into table, hands on the ground, and then walk the hands over to the right. Step the left foot forward. Keeping the hands off to the side. Let the hips drop. Really sink. Not just the right hip, but the left hip too. So you're already starting to get a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring on that left leg. And then if you can come down onto elbows, come down onto elbows and let your head relax down. It might be nice for you to support your head with stacked fists. Good. And we want to keep the knee straight up in the air. So focus on that big toe pressing down into the ground. So you're not rolling the leg out. Not yet. Find the breath inside the shape. Where does the breath go here? What pathway does this particular shape create for your breath? And then come back up. Bend the back knee. Reach your left hand back for your foot. Pulling the heel toward the buttock. And turning. Looking over your left shoulder. So this twists more in the lower back now. Keeping the hips dropping down. Keeping the heel moving toward the buttock. Breathe long through the spine. Nice, and release, bringing that left hand under the left leg, and we'll rock side to side. So you're not just going down and up. I really want you to go side to side. I want the hips to sway a little bit to the right when that left knee comes up. And then the hips. So you're not just moving the leg, the whole pelvis is swaying side to side. Good, and then let the knee come down. And then feel how the hands are holding you up. Take a deep breath in. Have faith in yourself. You will never go further than your body is able to. You cannot hurt yourself. Exhale. Let go of the weight in the hands. Let the elbows bend. And let the weight of your left leg release downward. And then if you want, you can fold over that leg. Send the breath deep down into it. Where does it go? Come back up onto your hands if you weren't already. Lifting back up into your lunge. One hand on either side of that left leg now. Send the hips back, straightening the front leg, walking the hands back, flexing the front foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, scoop the belly in. Lower the belly toward the thigh, but keep the gaze up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, try to lay the ribs down toward the thigh, bending elbows. Inhale, look up. Exhale, drop the head, drop the weights. Let the elbows bend. The hands are just light. They're just resting for balance. Let the weight of the body be heavy. Steer your hips like you're turning slightly counterclockwise. The right hip coming forward, the left hip coming back. The head relaxing down, the shoulders relaxing down, the breath streaming through the whole body. Lift your head, shift your weight forward, bring the hand back inside, send the leg back, and sit on your heels for a moment in rock pose, resting the hands in your lap, feeling your breath, feeling your body, seeing where there's ease, where there's tension. Let's try to find the place in the body that has the most ease. This is a good technique that you can take with you throughout the day, whether it's stress or pain that you're dealing with. So just kind of run your mind through your body, a little scan, and try to find the place that has a lot of ease. If you're hurting or if you're particularly stressed, sometimes that's like the earlobe. You know, it doesn't matter where it is. So feel that ease and then focus your mind in on the ease. And then just start to let it grow. Just picture that point that feels easeful, expanding, expanding, expanding. And just with each breath, letting that sense of ease radiate out from that focal point, beyond and beyond and beyond, just letting it expand into the whole body. And then reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale the hands down to the ground behind you, fingers pointing toward the knees. Roll the shoulders back. And if you can, lift the buttocks. If that's not for you today, then just press down into the hands to lift the chest. If the head can come back comfortably, bring the head back. If not, bring the chin to the chest. Lifting the hips if you're in that version. Pushing down into the tops of the feet. All of us breathing into the heart. We really want to open the lungs and keep our lungs extra healthy right now. And then lowering the buttocks down, folding forward, coming into a nice restful child's pose. Letting the shoulders melt over those legs. Letting the ribs release their weight onto the thighs. Letting yourself feel supported by the earth and surrendering your weight into her. And then feeling the back breathing. You can stay in the restful version of the pose, or you can wrap your hands around your heels and pull the hands into the heels, helping to create a little more space for the lower back. Breathing into the width and the depth of the back. Really letting the belly be resting on the thighs so that the fullness of your breath expands not in your belly but in your back. Excellent. Now release the hands and extend them overhead. All the way forward, shoulder width apart. And lift the buttocks off the feet. Keep the hands where they are. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. And exhale, lift the knees. We're going to straighten both knees right now. And then with both legs straight, press the left heel back. And then push into the right hand even more. Pressing down through the left heel. Both arms straight, both legs straight. Just feeling that diagonal stretch. And then changing, pressing down through the right heel, pushing harder into the left hand. Let your chest sink down below your shoulders. Let your head drop toward the floor. Feel your breath. Then walk your feet up to your hands. Coming up to standing. Feeling your feet on the earth. Letting your arms rest by your side. Feeling the breath in the whole body. The knees are soft, not bent, but not locked. And we'll take the right arm up. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, bending over to the left, letting the left arm slide down the left leg. Reaching out of the right hand. Turn your gaze up. Move your hips to the right. Breathe deep. Play with that sense of heaviness as you exhale, dropping into the left side. And inhale up. Exhale down. Close the eyes. Feel the breath. How does the right lung feel compared to the left? Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, sliding down. Reaching across. Turn your gaze up so that your chin is toward your armpit. Bring your hips to the left. Reach the arm over to the right side. Can you feel the breath coming up into that space between your bottom rib and your hip bone? What about up under all the ribs? Nice. And inhale up. Exhale down. Feel the stillness. Feel the movement of the breath inside the stillness. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So if it hurts your back to bend over like this with straight legs, just soften your knees. Now we're going to inhale and rock toward the toes. And exhale, rock toward the heels, letting the torso move toward the thighs. We're not lifting the toes or the heels. We're just shifting the weight forward on the inhale and back on the exhale. A few more times. Letting the belly move toward the thighs. Good, and then let's all soften the knees, tuck the chin, and roll all the way up. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Feel your feet on the ground. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift tall through the crown of your head in line with your foot. Let your eyes open. Hands come down. And then let's pull that right knee up to the chest. Lifting the heart, lifting through the crown of the head. Exhale, scooping the belly in, lengthening the spine. Opening the lower back. Gazing at one spot. This one is a great go-to for lower back pain, at least for my body. Maybe you have your own favorites. And then release down, close the eyes. Feel your feet on the ground, feel the earth. Feel how heavy your body is, just like the earth. Your bones are just the same as earth material. Earth in your body, earth below you, earth sinking into earth. Shifting weight into the right foot. Opening the eyes. Standing tall. And pulling the left knee up to the chest. Deep breath. Nice. And release down. Step the feet a little wider apart. Turn the toes wider than the heels. Bring the hands together at the heart center and come down into a squat. Lifting the heart, pulling the belly in to sink the tailbone down. Release the hands. Lower the buttocks to the ground. Bring the soles of the feet together. Lift your buttocks, bring them closer to your heels. And come down onto your elbows. Lift your chest, drop your head back, and then move your elbows closer to your thighs until you can drop the top of your head onto the floor into a fish pose. You want the head to be resting on the ground. This is the best pose for the lungs. So take some nice, slow, deep breaths here. Opening the lungs, fortifying the lungs. Really keeping the health and the safety of the lungs intact during this time. And then lift your head. Lift your knees. Take the arms forward. And lower slowly to the ground. Once you come down, hug the knees to the chest. Lift the forehead to the knees. Exhale all the air out. And lower the head down. Lower the feet down. Lift your tailbone, tuck it under. Release the legs and shake them out. If your eye pillow is with you, you can place that on your eyes. And then we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting the weight of the jaw release open. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting all the bones in the body fall into the earth. All the muscles relax off the bones. And then one more deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting go of the contents of the mind, letting go of all mental activity. Bringing full attention to your breath. Allowing the breath to be natural, not controlled, not slow, not deep, unless it happens to be slow and deep. Just feeling however the breath wants to be, and resting your mind in the center of wherever you most easily feel the breath. Maybe that's in the belly, maybe it's in the chest, maybe it's at the nostrils. Doesn't matter, just feeling breath in, breath out. Noticing when the mind wanders, not a problem, just come back again. You get to start all over every time you become aware that the mind has wandered. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go.